In episode 7, we start building the floor beams. 13 heavy-duty aluminum beams were drilled with over 360 holes. Each beam had to be drilled precisely to assure total alignment and straightness of the fuselage. Here are the floor beams forward of frame 10, and you can see the landing gear bay panels in place. The keel frames were next to be fabricated. Planning the frames was critical to ensure straightness of the fuselage. 52 segments would be cut from sheet aluminum, reinforced with riveted aluminum angle strips, and flanges bent using the flanging tool. We also had to joggle each frame so that the stringers would lay flat as they passed through. Months earlier, Dave and Steve riveted the reinforcements to as many frame segments as possible. We also made an unofficial test fit of 2 frame segments and the landing gear bay panels. With the CNC cut frame pieces ready, we set up an assembly line of riveting the reinforcements and bending the flanges. The frames were fitting perfectly with no warping. Our manual yet precise drilling of the longerons and floor beams paid off. Everything fit exactly as planned. Nice work, Jay.
Yeah, that worked good.
The floor panels were next. This was no easy task, given the requirement to be load-bearing yet as lightweight as possible. Here, Jay and Steve rivet the reinforcing channels to the floor panels that will make up the aft cockpit section.
And go.
It took many weeks of experimentation to find and cut floor panels for the main fuselage. Another complex requirement of the floor panels was that they needed to be removable from the top side only. This required blind fasteners throughout because there would be no way to access the floors from the bottom side. Getting the floor panel bolts to match the underside blind fasteners was another challenge. We built a wooden scaffold so we could do this work without affecting the fuselage frames. We did the first ever load-bearing test with 3 burly men testing it out. It was rock solid.
Yep, that's not moving at all, is it?
Nope.
Wow.
We also started assembly of the top hoop portions of bulkheads 4 and 8. We installed them temporarily to check for proper fit. The stringers were next, and a machining shop was located an hour away who formed them into L-channel for us. Drilling and installing the stringers took many weeks, but we got both sides done. And we always make sure to eat well and have fun in the hangar. Come back for episode 8. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please make a donation at dehavillandcomet.com so we can continue funding the Comet project.